Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games and our Kill Team Fighter in Focus series. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be looking at the ORK Kommando's Rocket Boy. This is the 7th video for the ORK Kommandos, and another great model. I think this is fantastic. It just looks great. Bags of character. The mask is really cool with that red eye targeting the enemy. I think it just looks great. But in this video, we're going to go through the data card for the ORK Rocket Boy, look at the stats, tactical ploys, abilities, unique actions, and everything you need to know to play him in your game. In the Octarius supplement book, we can see all the information for the Commando kill team, and this tells us how many operatives we can take in our kill team. So for the ORK Commandos, it's 10, 1 Commando knob, and then 9 Commandos. And you choose from this long list. You can have all 9 as Commando boys, or you can select these different specialists. And so with our Rocket Boy, we can only have one of those, so you can only choose the Rocket Boy once. Now let's start with the data card. In the top left, we can see we've got the operative type and a little introduction. So for the Rocket Boy, it tells us that rising from hidden locations, Commando Rocket Boys fire rockets at bunkers, fuel silos, ammo dumps, or even into the midst of an unsuspecting enemy, all with a broad grin at the havoc they've caused. And then moving over to the right, we've got a physical profile, and this is very similar for almost all the Commando orcs. They've all got pretty much the same stats. We've got a movement of 3 white circles or 6 inches, an APL of 2, so we've got 2 action points that we can use for different actions. We've got a group activation of 1, so this one will be activated individually. The defense is 3, so we can roll 3 dice when defending, and we're looking for a 5+ save, and usually with this, the lower point value the better, so this is quite high, and altogether we're going to get 10 wounds, and so most of the fighters again have got 10 wounds, so very similar for all the commandos in the kill team. Now let's look at our weapon profile, starting with the range weapon, and this is the rocket launcher, and this has got an attack characteristic of 5, so we're rolling 5 dice. We've got a ballistic skill of 4+, and we're going to deal 4 on a normal hit and 5 on a critical hit. But it's got some special rules, and this is the first one, AP1, which is for armor penetration. And with armor penetration, each time a friendly operative makes a shooting attack with this weapon, we'll subtract 1, in this case, from the defense of the target for that shooting attack. And 1 is that number after the weapon's AP, and so if there's 2 different AP special rules in effect for a shooting attack, they're not cumulative, and the attacker selects which one to use. So with this, if our target has got a defense characteristic of say 3, then if we make a shooting attack with this weapon, because it's got the armor penetration 1, then they'll have to deduct 1 from their defense characteristic, making that a defense characteristic of 2, and so they can only defend by rolling those 2 dice. Now, having AP for action point limit and AP for armor penetration can be a bit confusing at first, but with armor penetration the number comes after AP, and with action points the number comes before AP. So I think that's a good way just to remember and differentiate between the two pretty quickly. We've also got a critical hit special rule for the Commando Rocket Boy, and this is called Splash. And this is followed by 1, so this is going to be Splash 1. And each time a friendly operative makes a shooting attack with this weapon, in the roll attack dice step of that shooting attack, for each critical hit retained, inflict, in this case, 1 mortal wounds on the target and each other operative visible to and within 1 white circle or 2 inches of it. I guess with this one we can kind of think of the idea as we've sent this rocket going flying, it explodes and the shrapnel splashes over onto other operatives that are visible to the target operative. So we hit the target operative, we do all our rolls against them, and then you look at each other operative that's visible to that target. So not necessarily to the operative making the attack, but to the target. And then they've also got to be within that 1 white circle or 2 inches of that target as well. So this could be a pretty good rule, especially if you're going against enemy target that's bunched together with a few other operatives, this could do some pretty good damage, and the other operatives only have to be visible and within that white circle. It doesn't say anything about cover affecting it or anything. So as long as they're visible and as long as they're within that white circle, then they're fair game. Now we're on to the close combat melee weapon, which are the fists, and this is pretty similar again across all the different Commando orcs. And so the attack characteristic here is 3, so it's 3 dice, looking for a 3+ weapon skill, 3 damage on a normal hit, 4 on a critical. And our Rocket Boy also comes with an ability which is called Boom Boy, and it says each time this operative performs a shoot action during its activation in the roll attack dice step of that action shooting attack, if it has not moved during that activation, you can re-roll any or all of your attack dice. So with this, I guess we can imagine it as he's like taken aim, he hasn't moved, so he's got a steady aim, and then he takes his shot. And so this is pretty good as well. So if you don't move during that activation, you can re-roll any or all of your attack dice. And we're rolling 5 attack dice here, so having the option to roll any or all of them is pretty good as well. So, and this guy's going to do a lot of damage. That 4 to 5 isn't messing around, and then having the AP 1 and the splash 1 as well makes this a pretty awesome weapon, I think. Really like this guy. They're all good, to be honest. All 7 I've done so far have been awesome, but I particularly like this. That splash special rule is really nice. Now we're on to the Rocket Boy's keywords, and we've got Commando in that orange, Orc, clan in brackets, we insert whichever clan there, and Rocket Boy. But having that Commando keyword allows them to be able to use this ability called Throat Slitters. So any Commando operative can use it except for that bomb squig. And with this, the operative can perform a charge action while it has a conceal order. And so usually you can't perform a charge action if you've got a conceal order on your operative, but in these guys' case, the Commandos are able to do that. So this is going to add to that sneaky aspect that comes with them as Commandos. So this is pretty useful actually. It doesn't give you a free charge action or anything like that, but it does just change the rules of that charge action so that you can take it while you're concealed, and so I think that has some great benefits. Now in the bottom right of the data card we can see the specialisms that our Rocket Boy can use, and he's only got one, which is the Marksman. So he's opening up all the different battle honours, there's 6 of them for the Marksman, and this can be found on page 101 of the core book, and you'll use these rules in the narrative Spec Ops campaigns. And so with these battle honours, there's some good ones in here. I think for this guy, I like the idea, again, that gun ace that we liked for the Burner Boy. This gun ace is good. Each time this operative makes a shooting attack, in the roll attack dice step of that shooting attack, you can re-roll 1 of your attack dice. But he's already got that unique ability, or that ability anyway. So I think for this one, I might be looking to use something maybe crack shot. And each time this operative makes a shooting attack, if you roll any critical hits, inflict 1 mortal wound on the target. So that could be pretty handy as well on top of what he's already got. So, I mean, this guy's crazy. He's dealing some serious damage all throughout. And if we can add some of these battle honours in there, he's going to be pretty devastating. Now let's check out the tactical ploys for the Orc Commandos, which are on page 59 of the Octarius book. And there's 3 altogether. They're called Just a Scratch, Crump 'em, or Sneaky Git. And these give you some benefits to place them in a good position at the beginning of the battle, have an extra fight action, or prevent them getting as much damage. Everything's 1 command point to use. Probably Just a Scratch for this guy again. Tempted to use Sneaky Git to get him in a good position in the beginning of the battle, but I really like the Sniper Boy for that Sneaky Git, and I think I'd be wanting to put him in there. But this is a consideration because this guy's weapon is pretty powerful with that splash AP1, and if we can get some battle honours as well, I think he might be a good one to get in position. And again, he hasn't got any range limitations, so he can shoot across the battlefield. So if you can get him in a nice position where he's got a good arc of fire or controlling a corridor down the battlefield, I think that'd be a good use for him. Let me know what you think about the Rocket Boy. I'd love to hear your thoughts and how you would play him tactically. Would you use the tactical ploy of Sneaky Git, or would you keep that for the Sniper Boy? So let me know in the comments below. It'd be awesome to hear from you. This is now the 7th video so far. I'm working my way through the whole Octarius set of the Orcs and the Krieg, and if this goes well, I'll just keep going and do all the operatives for all the different factions. But in the first episode of this one, I did a little bit of lore and very brief background for the Ork Commandos. As we're getting through it now, we're just getting straight into it at the beginning of the video. But if you want to go back and watch from one, you'll find out a bit more about them. If you like the look of these Ork Commandos and would like to pick some up for your own collection, then you can find them in the Kill Team Octarius box set. And you can also find them coming really soon in their own separate box, as well as the Veteran Guardsman. And I'll put links in the description below that will take you to Element Games, where you can save up to 20% on all your game products. And at the moment, Kill Team Octarius is $106.25 with the discount there. It's an affiliate link, but doesn't cost you anything extra. And you also support the channel, so thanks so much for that support. I really appreciate it. I'll also put some links in the description below to Dovah Kruz, who produces custom Kill Team cards to save you flicking through the book when you're playing your games. But if you're already one of my Patreons, then you're going to get the Tabletop Skirmish Games version for free, and the link to download the Photoshop file is already on the Patreon page and on the Discord channel too. You can find loads of other videos on my channel for Kill Team and other games, and these videos include painting, deep dives, how to play, and many other topics. I hope you enjoyed the video and the series, and if there's a faction you're interested in finding out more about and you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments below too, and I'll add it to the list. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page, and thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out, and you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'll be great to see you there.